How's it going, YouTube? Mark from Like-Minded Lunatics coming at you with your music matchup, and I can't wait to get to today's matchup. Before I do that, let's speed run through the intro materials. First off, let me thank everybody who's been adding us as subscribers. We are glad you are here. We love building this family of like-minded weirdos and lunatics, and if you haven't yet, please hit the subscribe button. Join this family with us if you would, please. Also, make sure you check out my writing partner, Todd Wright's playlist on the channel. We call it Drink, Play, Swear. That's where Todd, who is a professional storyteller, by the way, tells you one of his stories as he's drinking an adult beverage and oftentimes playing a very aggravating video game. You don't have to know about anything about video games to make it fun. It's just a great, great segment. You can go here to check that out. All right, so today, got a 420 special edition of Monday matchup for you. I'm going to put the Uninvited's Too High for the Supermarket up against Afroman's Because I Got High and see which is the better song to listen to when you're on the couch and you've had just a little bit too much. You know, you maybe had just a little bit by yourself and then your friends come over and one of them had made some edibles and you forgot you had a little bit before they came over, so you eat the edible. And then you sit around and you joke and the edible hadn't kicked in yet and your friends are like, hey, you want to smoke this? And you're like, yeah, sure, let's go ahead. And then 3 hours later, you can't move from the couch. Which one of these songs do you want to listen to with your buddies as that's happening? So you can ride it out, because you don't want to slam a beer, even though that will calm your nerves. Then you get cross-faded, then you're fetal on the floor. Don't do that. Just ride it out, listen to one of these great songs, and enjoy it. So, Too High for the Supermarket came out in 1998. And Afroman's Because I Got High, 2001. Interesting bit of trivia. I found both of these songs on Napster. 100% true. Napster was great. We didn't really have like YouTube for things to go viral, so you could actually look through the list of stuff people were downloading on Napster, and that's how things would go viral. And both of these songs kind of went viral on Napster. Interestingly enough, a lot of folks attributed both songs to Weird Al Yankovic. Stop doing that. Weird Al's not making songs about weed. At no point in his career has he ever done anything having to do with drugs or alcohol. So stop attributing these songs to Weird Al. All right, let's do this first. Let's go with Too High for the Supermarket, simply because this one came out first. Here we go. And the Uninvited is from LA, I think. They're an LA band. They just recently got back together. So do it, fellas.
For some lunch, but I ain't got nothing to munch. My mind is set on just one wish, a big old sandwich, tuna fish. Time to make a grocery run. I'll walk there in the morning sun and make a list of what I need most: tuna fish and bread for toast. And though my stomach may be empty, I'll feed my head from the horn of plenty. Roll a joint Bob Marley style and smoke it till it makes me smile.
Oh man, I love this song. It's so great. And you'll excuse me if I sing along with it. I'll try not to do it too loudly. So good. One of the things I love about this is the song starts off with a dirty, dirty bass riff. They're walking that bass, man. It's perfect. And then the drums kick in and you're thinking, oh man, this is going to be a heavy-duty song. But then the guitar comes in and it's immediately apparent. This is not going to be a heavy-duty song. This is going to be a very fun song. This is going to be a very joyful song, and I appreciate it. It almost sounds like a jam band type song. You know, my wife and I went to Red Rocks not too long ago, several years actually. And if you've never been there, it's an otherworldly experience. It's like you're on Mars. Look it up online. You're in this amphitheater in a natural kind of rock basin, and there's rocks just towering over you. And we saw Humphreys McGee there. I don't know if you're familiar with them. They're a jam band, and they sound kind of similar to this. It was an otherworldly experience, ladies and gentlemen. They did not need smoke machines for that stage. You couldn't see it because of all of the weed smoke. And let me tell you, a whole group of people that don't care anything about getting close to the band. They just want to do that high person dance, this thing. You know what I'm talking about? You've been to a festival, you know. They just want to do that for 2 hours. It's otherworldly. And I appreciate that about this song. All right, Afroman, Because I Got High.
Roll another blunt. Yeah. Oh, good. La da 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 da. La da da. La da da da. La da da da. La da da da. Yeah. I was gonna clean my room until I got high. I was gonna get up and find the broom, but then I got high. My room is still messed up, and I know why. Why, man? Yeah, cause I got high. Because I got high. Because I got high.
So this is, I've mentioned my friend Jason on this channel before. When we were kids and we were kids, we were grown ass men. When we were listening to this, we were full on adults in our 20s, mid 20s when this came out. Not quite, not mid. We were still like almost mid 20s. In any case, we would listen to this, and Jason's favorite part is the guys in the background. He insists that makes this song, and I have to agree with him. I think that it gives it a sense of community, and I love the friends in this because they're not afraid to bust the singer's balls. You know, one of the things about, hip hop and rap is oftentimes the hype men are there to hype you up, to build you up. These dudes are busting his balls. They know exactly why he didn't clean his room. He was too high again. But they ask, why, man? You know damn well why. You know damn well why, because you gave me this weed and you got me this high. I love those friends. Those friends are perfect. All right, let's go back and see what's happening at the supermarket.
Starting off in aisle 1, fruits and veggies by the ton. Hey, check it out, radicchio. These red leaves, man, they almost glow. And bok choy, I've always wanted to try it. I wonder if I have enough to buy it. It's grown in Japan, or maybe China, or maybe some farm in South Carolina. Just then I hear a voice in my head, stay focused, man, tuna and bread. But right now I'm in produce bliss. I'm too high for this.
It's such a great song, isn't it? I love the fact that it's a narrative as well. It's a temporal narrative. We've got a beginning and we're going to get an end. You just wait. But I love the fact that it's an actual story about this gentleman who has just had a little too much to go into the grocery store. And a grocery store can be an overwhelming experience on a sober day. But have a little too much and go to a grocery store, it's just overwhelming. This poor gentleman has had too much weed and is now trying to navigate a crowded grocery store. Should not do it. Shouldn't do it. You're going to freak out, man. You're going to freak out. All right, let's go back to Afroman.
I was going to go to class before I got high. Come on, y'all. Check it out.
I feel like this is 90% of my students. I was going to go to class, sir, but I got too high.
I could have cheated and I could have passed, but I got high. I'm taking it next semester, and I know why. Why, man? Yeah, cause I got high. Because I got high. Because I got high. Go to the next one. Go to the next one. Go to the next one.
That's what I love about his hype men. What do you call it when they're the anti-hype men? The ball-busting men? I don't know what it is, but I love them. They know exactly why he's having to take that class next semester, but they still ask him to embarrass him and make him say, I smoked too much. We know you did. We know you did.
I was gonna go to court before I got high. I was gonna pay my child support, but then I got high. No, you wasn't.
I was going to pay my child support, but then I got high. No, you wouldn't. I love that friend. No, you wouldn't, liar.
They took my whole paycheck, and I know why. Why, man? Hey, cause I got high. Because I got high. Because I got high. La da 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 da.
That's so perfect. All right, let's take it back to the supermarket and see what's going to happen there.
For the supermarket, too high for the grocery store, too high for the supermarket, ain't gonna shop like this no more. Too high for the supermarket, too high for the grocery store, too high for the supermarket, ain't gonna shop like this no more. staring at me.
I love that. It's such a great visual song, and I love how they do that part. It's so funny. Music stops completely, and the protagonist, everyone in here is staring at me. It's so good.
16 different brands of tuna, chicken of the sea or big kahuna, packed in oil, packed in water, dolphin friendly, dolphin slaughtered. Oh God, what about the bread? Should I get white or wheat instead? Or rye? Rye's the best I've tasted. Rye is best whenever you're wasted.
Did you know that? That rye is the best whenever you're wasted? I didn't. I'm glad this song told me.
I wasn't gonna run from the cops, but I was high. I'm serious, man. I was gonna pull right over and stop, but I was high. La da da. Now I'm a paraplegic, and I know why. Why, man? Yeah, cause I got high. Because I got high. Because I got high. La da da da.
See, this is what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. The friends here are perfect. Now I'm a paraplegic and his friends are laughing at him. This fool crippled himself because he got too high. That's the kind of friend that you need. You don't need a friend who will continually build you up. You need a friend who will knock your legs out from under you every once in a while. That's the only way you can practice getting back up. That's what those friends are there for.
I was gonna make love to you.
Okay. So this verse gets a little bit risque. I just want to warn you here. I'll back it up so we don't miss this entire thing. But this was my friend Jason's favorite verse, not because of the verse itself, which is hysterical, but because of the anti-hype men in the back. So here we go. All right, get ready, buckle up.
I got high. La da 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 da. I was gonna make love to you, but then I got high. I'm serious. I was gonna eat your pussy too, but then I got high. Now I'm jacking off, and I know why.
Turn this shit off.
Yeah, because I got high. Keep going. Because I got high.
Hey, do that over,
Because
man.
I got high.
That's what I'm talking about. The dude in the back. Turn that shit off. Turn that shit off. He's the best.
Now I'm jacking off, and I know why.
Turn this shit off.
Yeah. Because I got high.
Hey, do that over,
Because
man.
I got high.
Come on, man.
Turn that shit off. Do it over. Do it over. Oh my God. These are both great songs, folks. I don't know where I'm going to land.
Supermarket, too high for the grocery store, too high for the supermarket, ain't gonna shop like this no more. Too high for the supermarket, too high for the grocery store, too high for the supermarket, ain't gonna shop like this no more.
So again, this sounds like a jam bandy song to me. I can feel being in the crowd and watching a band because I have watching a band like this. It reminds me of several years ago at ACL at the ACL festival. I'm watching. I don't even remember what band it was. I couldn't tell you. Watching a band. It's actually like late in the day, so it's real hot, and sun's coming down, kind of in your eyes. One of those things. You've been out there all day drinking and doing stuff you probably shouldn't have been. And I'm standing there watching this band. And there's a dude standing way too close to me. Not in an aggressive way. He doesn't have a shirt on. He doesn't have shoes on. He has a pair of cutoffs on, and he smells like ass. You can smell, and that's saying something at a festival when you can smell somebody's ass at a festival because the whole thing smells like ass. So that means this man smelled even more assy, So I'm standing there, and I've got my Camelback on. It's hot, and so I got the Camelback thing in my mouth. I'm just taking little drinks every once in a while, and this dude is straight up brushing against me. There's plenty of room, sir. Plenty of room. Getting a drink of water, and I look over at him because I'm about to say something. I'm already unhappy with his presence. And I look over at him, and he is straight up staring at me. And his eyes were as red as the devil's ass. They were so red. You could tell. You could smell it. You could smell the weed over the assy. And he looks me straight in the eyes as much as he could. And he goes, "Yo, give me a sip of your water." I've got the thing in my mouth. "Yo, give me a sip of your water." At first, I didn't know what to say. What? And I'm normally a very aggressive person, but that caught me so off guard that it went right over my aggressiveness. I was like, what? Yo, man, give me a sip of your water. I'm parched. Like, you are not sucking on my camelback. Come on, man, don't be selfish. He straight up told me, don't be selfish. Don't be selfish. You have had too much weed for ACL, sir.
Finally done, it's checkout time. Searching for the shortest line, the express lane. But they don't take checks, and you gotta have 10 items or less, so let's see.
Every time I'm in the grocery store, every time it's checkout time, searching for the shortest line, the express lane, but they don't take checks, and you gotta have 10 items or less. That goes through my head every time. All right, I'm sorry, I interrupted again. Sorry.
But they don't take checks, and you gotta have 10 items or less, so let's see. Ding dongs and bang of chips, Captain Crunch and some onion dip. It's sugar and salt, space and schism, the yin and yang of Munchie Taoism.
That is a great line. The yin and yang of Munchie Taoism.
I got my favorite beer, Carlinger, and pretty sweet Kool-Aid you eat with your finger. You lick your finger, then you stick it in the bag, and you stick it down your throat, but not too far, you gag. That's less than 10, check me out, go ahead. Oh, I forgot the tuna and the bread. Do I for the supermarket? Do I for the grocery store?
The entire song is set up for that one line. Oh man, I forgot the tuna and the bread. I appreciate that. That is an extended joke. That is perfect.
Do I for the supermarket? Ain't gonna shop like this no more. Do I for the supermarket? Do I for the grocery store? Do I for the supermarket? Ain't gonna shop like this no more. Too high! Too high! Way too high for the supermarket, yeah.
And I love that ending too. They end you on that boom, boom, boom. What a great song. All right, let's take it over to Afroman and let him finish up.
Go. I messed up my entire life because I got high. Go. I lost my kids and wife because I got high. Say what? Now I'm sleeping on the sidewalk and I know why. Why, man? Yeah, cause I got high. Because I got high. La la da da da. I'ma stop singing this song because I'm high. Present tense, baby. I'm singing this whole thing wrong because I'm high. Bring it back. And if I don't sell one copy, I'll know why. Why, man? Yeah, hey, cause I'm high. Are you really high though, man? He really is high, man. Get jiggy with it. Skippity bee.
And then it fades out. So I've talked about this on the channel before. I'm not a huge fan of the fade out. Sometimes I think it's a lazy way to end the song. We don't have an ending for this. Let's just fade it out. I think it's apropos here. It works. We get a fade as if you've taken just too much and you're sitting on the couch and you realize you've been there for 45 minutes and haven't said a word. I love that ending. It's a perfect ending for this song. Oh man. Well, what do y'all think? I don't know. You know, we were gonna grade these on whether or not this would be the song you'd want to sing if you were playing it on that couch. You messed up a little bit and you had a little too much and you needed to ride it out, man. Don't shotgun a beer. Don't do that. That'll crossfade you. You'll end up on the floor. Which one of these songs you go with? You know what? I'm going to say both of them. That's right. I'm going to pull that nonsense again. I'm going to say, you know what? Both of them. Let's do both of these songs. They're both fun songs. This one gets dark at the end, but it's unclear if it really gets dark because he tells you straight out, I messed up singing the song. So is the darkness because of that's the actual narrative or because poor Afroman has had just a little too much? It's unclear. Both of these songs, but I love them both. All right, folks, let me know in the comments what you think. I like both of these. I looked at some other weed-related songs, but these are the ones that are near and dear to my heart. I know a lot of folks are going to say, what about that Miley Cyrus song? She did that song. Was it Do It? Is that what the name of that is? I'm not a Miley Cyrus fan. I listened to that and thought, you know what? I'll replace one of these old-ass songs, one of these old man songs, and we'll use a newer one. It's not joyful. It doesn't feel joyful to me. You can go find it yourself, but some of the newer ones don't feel joyful. And that's a criteria that has to be met, folks. You don't want something to freak you out. You want something that'll support you and maybe bust your balls a little bit, but not freak you out. So that's why I picked these two. All right, let me know in the comments what you think. Please make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Give us a thumbs up. Let your friends know that we're doing some cool stuff that you like. And take care of yourselves, folks. And I'll see you soon.